What's up, everybody? Zero back again, playing a little domination on jungle. Over the last few days I got kind of tired of having my team getting wiped out by somebody flanking us with ghosts, so I thought, I'm just going to stop limiting myself and I'm going to stop putting myself at a disadvantage, and I'm going to start playing the way other people play just to see how it turns out for a few games. So I thought I'd put on my Fuck You Ghost class. I'm using a Ghost Sleight of Hand and Tactical Mask with a silenced FAMAS, and my kill streaks are Spy Plane, Counter Spy Plane, and Blackbird. It actually ends up working out pretty well. Throw the Spy Plane up, the people without Ghost on the other team show up, and you can kill them pretty easily. At least help your team out some. Counter Spy Plane just helps everybody on your team and puts them at a disadvantage as well. And then Blackbird lets you just go to town on them. So I like just running here and trying to cover B off the start of the game. Not always eventful, but usually it is. Somehow I missed a guy running underneath and capturing. I thought I had my motion detector close enough that it would detect that, but I must have had it just off a little bit. And there's no sense in me jumping on B right now, because if I try, I'm just going to get wiped out because I have no teammates near me. So I'll just try to fight through here, get a clearing so my team can come up and we can all cap B together. But it doesn't look like that's happening right at the moment. This team was kind of campy and I ended up having to do a lot of the things myself. Not that I'm complaining all that much. If I can play a lot of objectives and get a lot of kills in the game, I'm real happy. It gives me something to post. So as you can see, I'm still waiting, and it looks like one of my teammates is trying to cap A, which is exactly what I don't want going on. So I just keep camping up here until I'm completely out of ammo and just get lucky and run this guy down and pick up another silenced weapon. Doesn't get any more lucky than that, so I was pretty happy at this point in time. So now at this point, I'm hoping that since I have the Blackbird up, the rest of my team will come over here and help me cap B. And since I filled out all my kill streaks now, I can start playing a little bit more aggressively and not have to worry so much about dying, because then I can just go to the next. So I jump on B myself and hope that I can pick them off coming from A. And I get a lucky break. I just get two lined up, and I get another two lined up here. It's kind of some sloppy shooting, and I almost don't pull it off, but I'll take it. Doesn't matter how it gets done, as long as it gets done, I'll take it. And now my pet peeve of all things when playing in public matches is happening, and somebody's trying to triple cap. I just hate it when my team triple caps. It just gives up map control completely. And now they have helicopter up, but also as part of my class I packed a rocket launcher just because I'm trying to get Ghost Pro just to really piss people off. Figure if I'm playing against an entire team with Ghost Pro and Second Chance Pro, I might as well take all the advantages I can get, and that happens a little more often than I would like. I was playing Domination the other day and the entire team had Ghost Pro, Second Chance, and Tactical Insertions. And we still ended up pulling out a win, but it was close. If it had been a public game, there would have been no chance, but for once I actually ended up in a party with people from Huffet, and we went to town on them and had a good game. We all came out pretty much with a positive KD on it, but it was close. It was a hard-fought game. And since it was on array, there was really no way we could push him into a spawn and spawn trap him really well, or at least no way that none of us knew of on that map. It seems like it's a little too wide open to pull off a really good spawn trap. But that's one of the things that inspired me to run around with this class for a while. I was just getting so annoyed and so frustrated with the game because everyone else was using it, and I just thought, well, if everybody else is using it and I'm getting so frustrated, I might as well just use it myself. And surprisingly, the game's been a lot easier. Well, not surprisingly, it's been easier, but it's been a lot less stressful and a lot less aggravating now that I'm taking advantage of all the same perks as everyone else. And from here on out in the gameplay's pretty self-explanatory. It's not really a whole lot to talk about that nobody hasn't seen a million times already. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and share my opinion on one of the big topics in the community here lately. Seems like a lot of the big commentators are getting really mad about White Boy 7th Street and his giveaways here lately. It's kind of funny that they single him out and they don't single X-Jaws out or anyone else that has been doing it. but I don't know. I don't think he's had quite the explosive growth that White Boy's had over the last few days. And I don't really see the big issue with it. I mean, some people say it's not giving back because he's making money off of it, but he was making money off of it before he did giveaways, so in a way it's giving back. I do understand in the same another way that he's making more money off of it, but, you know, I think the same people that are complaining about it now would do the same thing if they were given the opportunity. There seems to be a lot of hypocrisy in the YouTube community, at least from my point of view. A lot of people thinking that they're morally superior, but they really only think that because they don't have the same opportunities as other people. I think if they were given the same opportunities, they'd probably end up doing the exact same thing. But they want to pose and pretend that they're a lot better and stir up controversy because the controversy gets them views. It's just a cycle of drama, basically. And hopefully I never get involved in any of that. I don't want to be involved in drama. Don't want to be attached to it in any way. And I definitely don't want to make my fame by getting in arguments with other commentators and petty rivalries and stupid things like that. I mean, there's commentators that I don't watch all that much, and some that I'm just not very fond of, but I'm not going to go hate on their videos and talk a bunch of crap about them. Everyone has their own things, and what some people like, some people don't appreciate at all. I mean, I'm completely sure some people don't appreciate my commentaries at all, and that's fine with me. You don't have to, but for the people that do, they're going to be here, so that's just the way it is. Haters are always going to hate, and it seems like there's just more and more of them every day. It's kind of one of the downfalls of the internet, and all the anonymity that people get to hide behind. Every 12-year-old with a microphone's a total badass when they get on Xbox Live or on PSN. It's really just annoying. I'm not a fan of people that get on and just try to talk trash all the time. Usually they aren't even good at it, they're just annoying and stupid. If somebody on my friends list does that, even if they're talking trash to the other team, they usually get deleted pretty quick. I just don't have any room for that kind of stupid attitude. I like getting into a game and playing to win, and if the win happens, being humble about it. It's called being a good sport, and I think sportsmanship has just gone out the window these days. There's hardly any good sports left in the world anywhere. Pro athletes are doing steroids, and everyone's cheating at everything somehow, it seems. Even playing paintball last year when I played in the tournament scene, cheating was just rampant. Everybody was wiping all the time. People were setting their guns' rate of fire too high. People were calling out positions from the sidelines. It was pretty bad. We had one instance on our team where one guy wiped once, and he got pretty sternly lectured about that. We were very against that on our team. I can say the thought honestly did cross my mind for half a second a couple times, but I'd never want to be that guy. I'd rather lose honorably than win deceptively. And I think you'll make a better name for yourself over time by doing that. I mean, if you're somebody that puts up good competition and loses, but does lose honorably, you're going to make a better name for yourself than someone who has kind of a sketchy, questionable win. So somebody who's a good sport is always going to look better in the end, even if they don't win all the time. I just keep getting lucky picking up these silenced weapons. I don't know how it's happening. Didn't get too lucky securing the flag there, though. But a lot of people might consider the class I'm using right now being a poor sport, and I don't really agree with that. It's something that's easily available in the game. I'm not, using a modded controller. I'm not hacking. I'm not doing anything like that. It's a class that thousands upon thousands of people are using, so I don't even really consider it being a poor sport. I consider it just leveling the playing field. They have all these advantages. Anyone could use these advantages, but a lot of people choose to. And I don't feel like I should have to limit myself just for some standard. I don't know, it seems like you're frowned upon now in the YouTube community if you post a game where you're using Ghost or a silencer or things like that. But the game's to the point where everyone should know how to combat it, and if they have that big of a problem with it, they can always put it on themselves. Only thing I really have a problem with in the game is second chance, which everyone has a problem with, and lightweight. I will always hate lightweight. It just seems to be invincible if you're on a 3-bar connection. They run and you are lucky to get one hit marker on them when they're running through any opening, no matter how big it is. Nobody else seems to have that problem, but it's been plaguing me ever since Call of Duty 4. I think it was extreme conditioning that always used to get me. But the game is winding down here. We're getting close to winning. It's not a blowout by any means, but I'm having fun playing it because it was somewhat challenging and I still got to put up a somewhat decent score. And I got to do a lot of the work because most of my team wasn't too interested in capping flags.